80s. Wonder what we're going to get. Okay. Good news to start with, no carrier. Problem. Okay, the Harakaze I can probably take, but it's uncomfortably like a fair fight. The Akazuki and the Tashkent I don't want to get near. Mind you, I could just leave them to the Oland and the Benham. The cruisers are a problem, but hey, 5 battleships, and oh looky, 2 of them are German. And there's a Musashi, okay, 50% torpedo belt, but on the bright side, because the sub camo has better rewards than the stock premium. Also, because I suspect I probably used the Asashio to demonstrate the sub camo yonks and yonks ago, and I just never got round to switching it back. Probably. Anyhow, let's bimble out onto the 1 line and then go bully some bottle sheeps. In fact, we'll hit the turbo. The only potential issue is that, well, actually, no, that could be worse. The Tashkent's the only thing that's seriously faster than the Asashio. Akazuki is a knot slower, and Harakaze is the same speed. So, if push comes to shove, I can run very, very quickly in the opposite direction. Yeah, we've got another round of testing on the American battleship split to go. Kitagami's probably going to get another run. The submarines are still in development hell somewhere. We're not sure entirely where. Now we've got these new ones as well. Although I do note that these are super tests of 099. So these aren't going in next week's patch. They are going in what will be the end of September, early October patch instead. That's when they will start their test run. A late war crown colony. Well, where else are they going to take it? Of more potential interest is the Plymouth. So basically a Super Neptune, as best I can tell from just looking at it. Starting as a heavily modified town class. Right, sushi is Bawon, not perhaps the best. Ideally, I want the Georgia and the Amalfi to... Oh, God, it had to be the Tashkent, didn't it? Right, let's get some horizontal separation on the Musashi, by which I mean I do not need him to turn to port. The other option is the... no, there's no point. The solution for those goes through the Tashkent, and that just means Comrade Medium 1 would see the torpedoes and warn the North Carolina. So instead, we will shotgun slightly. Drop those 2. We'll then fire the boosters and drop another 4. If he speeds up and starts trying to evade, he should hopefully run smack into that squadron. Salvo, whichever. Okay, set up. Amalfi's in its maneuver smoke. Georgia is parked. And I am spotting. Okay, Akazuki down. That's a nice start to the evening. Yeah. Yeah, that's, as you point out, that's not a town class. Sorry, an Edinburgh sub-variant. They've taken some cues from the towns, but... Oh, boop. There we go, there's 1. And if he overcooks his turn... No, I think he is... Oh, no, he's going to take another one off the belt as well. Come on, boom. Boom, very satisfactory. Unfortunately, that is 16 torpedoes for middle effect, and I think he has blown his... damn on it. Now, so if I can get him on fire... Alright, here's the risk. We'll drop down full speed briefly, pull it out, and then realise I was the only person spotting. Bugger. Oh goody, sushi just fired. Right, stand on the brakes. Alright, burn that BB!
Enemy battleship on the horizon.
I said, burn that BB. Seriously? What do I have to do to get a fire on a battleship these days. Apparently, I'm not cursing RNGs loudly enough. Okay, back to torpedoes. The North Carolina's having a look. Sushi just... we just lost the solution on Sushi. Oh, hello, North Carolina. Excuse me. Yikes, turn. Ow. Okay, the good news is he's trying to evade those torpedoes. The bad news is, well, pretty much everything else. Break contact. Get separation. The nice thing about this line of weapons, we're going to aim in somewhat, is I can disappear on him at 5.5 kilometers, and those torpedoes are just going to carry on bimbling through the enemy battle line until they either reach 20k or, well, they hit something. Okay, Norcar in the second spread. Looks like we should get one or none. God damn it. Right, okay, 45 seconds to the next quad launch, minute 38 seconds until I have booster. We'll just give him a single quad launch at this point, I think. If I connect even two, it's going to ding him pretty badly. So, separate, separate, separate. Get the angles right. He will probably hold that, or he might turn out and bug. Don't know which he's going to go for at the moment. Looks like he's holding line at the moment. I wonder if he will try to make an exit. Nah, he's going for the southerly exit. Alright. Maybe. Is he actually going to try to run into the channel? I think he might. Right. Torpedoes running on that vector then. Let's accelerate forward and see what we can find. Engine boost back on. Enemy's starting to concentrate in the south centre, which gives us an opportunity to work down the western flank.
Engine room, bridge, more speed.
Yeah, well, I'm not sure how much further. Did they get further with the Aquila than the Germans did with the Graf Zeppelin? Because therein lies the question. Okay, Predator is turning starboard, so yeah, he is going to try for the channel. Basically because enemy gunfire is giving him no choice. Well, our gunfire, his enemies, you know what I mean. Right, so torpedoes hold him there. And then we should be in position to put one straight up his stern. Boop. That's satisfactory, and if the flooding sticks... 60,000, 60,007. I don't think he's got an active damage control. I also think I have a rogue torpedo running. Luckily, none of our battleships are downrange of that at the moment, which is fortunate. 62. Blast, he controlled it. Alright. Unfortunately, all of our battleships have exploded. Well, except one. Ah. Netgear, Fletcher's Sisterhood Unite. What was it, 176 of them? The Harikaze's having a field day. Come on, torpedoes, torpedoes, torpedoes. There's got to be something I can hit from here. Sushi, maneuvering. Carolina, dead. Possibly. Second salvo in the water. He's almost gone. Yep, there we go. Neptune gets him. Okay, right, let's take the control point out from underneath these guys. Which may leave me gunfighting the Tashkent, but the Tashkent's pretty badly battered, so we could get away with that. Okay, maybe not. There's Comrade Medium One. Where's the Harikaze? In centre. Okay. Biscuit, I think. Give you something to worry about. You're a bit too complacent on the back line over there. Alright, finish taking point A, circle up, and we'll reset rifles to port for the moment. get a bit more southerly progress. And it doesn't hurt that this lets us keep setting up on the Bismarck's broadside. I also want to go for the Tirpitz as well.
Our
Of course,
engines can't handle it anymore.
long-running torpedoes. Why do I don't have to choose. Because the next salvo I intend to dump in about a minute or so will be a double shot going for both the Tirpitz and the Bismarck. Because that salvo turned out to be so much wasted ammo. On the other hand, give me a second, dropping smoke, unlocking guns, we have got an opportunity here to blam the Harikaze.
Engage smoke generators.
Hostile destroyer.
Guns on. Unfortunately, he has Torikaji applied. Kill secured.
You've sent a destroyer to the bottom.
And
Smoke screen set.
yeah. We just need to make this stick. "17 seconds. 15. You can argue it. It's an interesting idea, but it kind of wrecks the utility of picket vessels. Alright. Bismarck, salvo 1 and salvo 2, commence reload boost. We'll accelerate forwards. And then this pair, salvo 3, salvo 4. Right, now we start running. The Tashkent was last seen going west-south. Where? There he is. Alright, Blue Cruiser, let's let you wander nice and close and then we'll jump you. 6-9, 6-8, 6-7. Has he spotted something? No, he was just evading. However, that gives him broadside, so engage weapons. And that's a sudden and unpleasant surprise. Swiftly followed by a sudden and unpleasant surprise for the Bismarck.
Victory is within reach.
And somewhere in here, there's still a Tirpitz bimbling around. Boop. Yeah, I'm aware. I'm also aware that, well, they've still got 3 battleships. So we can probably hold the control point advantage as long as they don't split up. And, well, provided the Olin doesn't die, I can stay ahead of all of those guys and lead them on a merry dance while chucking the occasional torpedo. Starting with that Vladivostok. And the better it is, because there is now no other... random hit from nowhere. I like these talks sometimes. Alright, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. He will accelerate as he moves into the control point. So, salvo 1 and salvo 2. Depending on what he does. Alright. 3 minutes until we score out. The trick is going to be staying away from the Siegfried and the Brindisi. And not getting greedy into the bargain. If I misplay this, I'm going to end up under somebody's guns, and that will end very quickly indeed. But I can run the range down a little. Let's acquire lock on the Tirpitz while we're at it. He's probably nice and oblivious. 57 seconds on torps. The Vladivostok is not accelerating as much as I thought it was. I thought he was going to barrel straight in, but he... our friend is feeling paranoid. Or possibly cautious. It depends on your point of view. Alright, circle it round. And then we'll saturate another double shot in about 45 seconds. Again, I only need to tap the Tirpitz once or twice to kill it. And hey, every so often you get pleasant surprises rolling past the downstream range. Okay, booster on. We do just need to maintain that nice angle. Unfortunately, the Vladivostok's not stupid. He knows where I am. Right. Okay, so salvo 1, salvo 2. Anticipating a western turn from the opposition at this point. And then we'll target the Vladdy as well. Get a solution on him. Booster up. Again, he will probably accelerate as he starts his run towards point B. We are just going to anticipate that.
We have 5 minutes left.
And he's got 1 salvo hopefully targeted. I'm not sure if I gave that enough lead for the acceleration. Maybe. Which is why I've kept the torpedoes on track. Okay, so he thinks he's avoided 1 salvo. Let's see if he... Okay, my bad. He had not, in fact, avoided that first salvo. Maybe he thinks that I've shot my bolt and he can relax a bit. Of course, I haven't. Here comes the follow-up. I don't know that we're actually going to hit him with that second salvo. 1? 1. Okay, there's the high caliber. And we have him flooding. Is that going to stick? Remember, it's a Russian battleship. 187,000. You know, I don't think he's going to control that. Bonk.
Stand by for ranging.
Right, let's take point D out from underneath these guys. And then that should... Oh, well, it doesn't matter. 30 seconds until we score out. Well, what happened to that mouse overpowered gift that she did for the Asashio review? 4 kills. Quacken denied, but hey, you can't win them all. Thank you, Takru. I think. Ah, and Sir Alex there. Congrats, DDs. Ah, you're welcome. You're welcome. Asashio is a good, if occasionally rather underestimated girl, but it must be noted the matchmaking was extremely kind. Ten seconds. It's an Asashio, Wesso, but I remind you, I did gun down a Russian destroyer. Technically. Very technically. Alright, it was a brutal kill secure on 3,000 health, but hey, I still shot a Russian destroyer with a Japanese one. The cluster of battleships made it easy as well. Still, double strike, high caliber, and only 1 shot off a Kraken. There are times when you almost wish the games would carry on so you could mop up the rest of the BBs. Oh well, enjoy that one. I'm sure RNGs will extract payment in due course.